Hello and welcome to Lick Cannon! Woohoo! I'm ThunderAF, this is B+.
And B+.
We're taking a step back, and we are ranking movies. Which I know this came up at one point. Okay, we're back up. Sorry, there's like 1,000 things I need to say. We're ranking Marvel movies. It's been a while since me and B+ have ranked them. And do I get a set at all? Is that just for you?
No, well, I'm going to lay mine out first.
Oh.
Do you want some?
Well, no, I mean, not if you're going to have to make them right now.
Oh, okay.
No,
well,
just,
no, I'm sorry. I
okay.
didn't. I thought like I would do mine and then I could take a picture of it or something.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. So it's been a while since we've done this. So we're ranking the Marvel movies. Feel free to join us because Black Widow just came out and really enjoyed it.
It was good. It was really good.
And I mean, it's moving stuff. You know, it went up there, but where up there? Where does everything else lie? That's the question that we're visiting here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Read them off as you're.
Number one, my absolute favorite Marvel movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. It is a movie that I have rewatched numerous of times. We went to the theater numerous of times.
Oh, we watched this. Thursday for the early showing. Friday with someone else.
I remember.
And then we watched. Yeah, it was like Thursday, Friday, or it was Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We watched it.
I just remember you were working out. Holler comes home and goes, "I want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy." Yup. "I want to go see Guardians?" Like, yup.
I just dropped the weights that I was doing. I was like, all right, let's go.
Screw health. We're going to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Having already seen it twice that weekend, within like the last 3 days.
So yeah.
And then went and saw it again when it went to the Dollar Theater.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the number one movie. Like, the experience, everything. You know, it was the best. Number two.
Hold on.
Okay.
We got a debate.
Oh, you're number one.
My number one.
Okay.
Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Ooh. All right.
Its pacing is perfect. It is what I want. Spy thriller.
I mean, I have that
People
up there.
at the best of their.
The elevator scene.
The elevator scene.
Amazing.
The way the elevator scene comes and like loops back in later movies. Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
My number two. Avengers: Infinity War.
Also, Avengers: Infinity
Yeah,
War.
like, because I feel like the scope it finally brought just elevates it already to the top. But the fact that like legitimately like it was an enjoyable movie that kept me captivated.
It was
like,
a great movie. Everyone, it showed you sometimes you can do everything right and give everything and still lose.
Yeah, like, it was damn good.
I mean, and you would have to have put in 10 years worth of work with all of these characters and all of everything to end a big budget movie like that and expect people to come back next time.
It was just, just not Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, my number three, Endgame.
Also Endgame.
Okay. See, this one, obviously, it's not better than Infinity War, but the experience was better. Because this was Cap gets the Thor, like all the payoff. Cap gets the hammer.
We were all in this together.
Yeah. Like the theater got quiet, it roared to life when Captain America was holding the hammer. Then it got quiet when it was like Avengers, like shh, assemble, like oh shit, like
On your left, everyone was like
10 years,
on your left.
like. That's just a stupid catchphrase that was in the comic book, but somehow they blueballed us for 10 years for that.
It was the culmination of everything.
Okay.
Bittersweet and sweet.
My number four, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Got Thor Ragnarok.
Wow, that high up. A lot of people like it. It was close, but it had just too many comedy-breaking drama scenes.
I loved it. I loved it.
Like, no.
The perfect balance.
It was not.
Like it was just it was a comedy action. It wasn't
too much comedy.
Nope. Loved it.
Too much comedy.
Loved it.
But otherwise, I loved the structure of the movie. Loved the colors. I loved everything. Just too much comedy. It was not the right balance.
Had a little too much spice on it for
Maybe.
you.
Yeah.
Meatball was a little too spicy.
All right. Number 5.
Are you rewriting in your head?
I put Black Widow there.
You put Black Widow there?
Fucking loved it. Is it recency bias? I don't know. But I fucking loved it. I'm watching this movie. I'm going, fuck, this is cracking. Like, this is breaking up there. Like, this is what started this. Like, I have to fucking reevaluate what the fuck I'm doing here. Because Black Widow.
Because
it took this long.
I also really loved Black Widow. I'm surprised it's this high on the list, though. But yeah, no, it was great. It was great, but it was...
See, that had the nice balance of humor and seriousness.
Had great...
Thor could have gone a little bit more, but he went too far. Like, he went to 11.
Yeah.
Went to 11, Ragnarok.
But also, like she said in Black Widow, it's a space god. They're space gods. Like, they've got to be a little more... They've got to have a little more stank
like the
on
stupid,
it.
like, oh, then like there's the Hulk, like, oh, big monster, and
it was funny.
Banner dropping and just hitting the wall.
Yeah, that one I was like,
again, we're doing this. Like, come on, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. So Black Widow. Okay.
I had Iron Man.
Okay. Yeah.
The one that kicked it off.
It was solid.
I also went and saw Iron Man. Pretty much. It was probably one of the first movies that I saw after I'd left the theater. So, it wasn't free, had to pay for it. I went and saw it the night it came out, and then the very next day, I was sitting on the couch with my roommate at the time, and she just looks over at me. We had gone to see the movie the night before, and she goes, do you want to go see Iron Man again? And I was like, I was just sitting here thinking that. I'm so relieved you asked. And so we got up and just went right to it. It was like one of the first times I was like, I can do that if I feel like it. It was a moment.
I liked it. I was working at the theater. But I think that was the same year as Batman Begins. I think.
Was it?
Or Dark Knight.
It would have been Dark Knight.
It would have been Dark. Yeah, it was like 05. Yeah. So that would have been. I think that was the same year as Dark Knight. Dark Knight. Like 5 days in a row. Okay. So number 6, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Interesting. I have original flavor Avengers.
Oh wow. No, that one still holds. I still love it. I love the intro, the action-packed destruction of a building. All of a sudden, awesome.
The helicarrier taking off.
Still probably the only, just Captain America suit. Captain America suit.
The suit was so good in Winter Soldier. And he only got to wear it for a little bit for it.
Captain America suit. Yeah, I mean they've improved. Good for them. But
What's
no, that was
What's Homecoming up so high for you?
I mean it's Spider-Man, like 1.5, you know. Not Superman, but he's Spider-Man. Always awesome, always visually appealing. It was funny. It was a nice little drama where he's dating the daughter of his villain, like classic Spider-Man.
Classic comic book stuff.
And I love the world immersion. Like learning about like Tony Stark in school and like having the Captain America on the gym, like that, like they talk about the bleep and all this stuff. Like that's what you want to see in
so you just
this
think
world building.
The Spider-Mans overall give us just like a different, like a younger perspective.
Yes, but just a younger perspective and just a more immersed crossover that the other movies just don't really do.
It's true, because they've got the Daily Planet.
There's a lot of world building in Spider-Man. I love it. Love it. Number 7?
Number 7, I have Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Wow.
I thought at the end of Endgame, the poor Spider-Man trying to pick up and carry on after. Like, I thought Endgame, I was like,
how are you gonna survive this a month later?
I really thought Endgame, this is what we will know as the absolute climax of the MCU universe. Everything from here will be kind of downhill. It'll be just a little bit of a letdown. Not necessarily bad, but just you'll never be able to recreate the moment sort of situation. And then I went to Spider-Man Far From Home, and I was like, oh, no, there is still magic in the world. I still have things to look forward to. There's still many stories to tell. And it was like a healing process for me over my grief at the end of Endgame.
I see.
So, also, I love to travel, and I love the idea of, travel groups. I always find hilarious.
You want to hang?
Look, baby goats.
He's like Thor and Iron Man in one, yeah. But he's not as cool as Spider-Man.
Some dipwad.
That was a wonderful moment.
And I really honestly love that when he does the some dickwad, Peter's just shrugs, just responds, not much. I don't care.
Good guy.
Just so unconcerned by this douchey behavior.
Oh, my number 7. Captain America Civil War.
Really?
Yes. Again, this was another world immersion thing for me. This is what I like to see, where all these characters are intertwining. It's Avengers Light, and that's kind of what these crossovers should eventually become, or all these movies should eventually become, team books, like Marvel team-ups.
It kind of seems like what they're moving.
Yeah, exactly. And it's brilliant. That's how you do it. Way to go, Disney. My 8-year plan is almost complete. I started it 8 years ago. Surprise! Yeah, and I love the debut of Black Panther. The Spider-Man debut I thought was a little, or not the Spider-Man one when Tony goes over to get Peter at the end when you meet Aunt May and all that stuff. I thought that was a little I don't know. It killed the pacing a little bit of the movie, but no, otherwise it was really good. And and it was sad. Poor Tony and his mom. What about the mom? What about the moms?
What did you do to the mummy?
Okay.
That was your 7?
Yes, that was my 7.
Gotcha. I have Black Widow for 8.
Okay. I have Avengers. Like I said, still awesome.
So yeah, we just kind of we blocked those 3 out pretty similarly then. Okay, for 9, I have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Really, that high?
Yeah.
There was just I liked it, but I wish there was a good villain in this thing.
That's what I liked about it. I liked the fact that they had multiple villains, which was a thing, but the villain they had was as much a victim as a lot of things, and it wasn't just a carbon copy of the hero's powers. It was something completely different and having to do all of their stuff completely differently. I liked the shrinking Lego-esque stuff of we could just shrink down the whole lab and carry it around like a little suitcase. I loved that. It's the right level of science, but goofy comic magic to me that I was yeah. And I like the fact that I really like, as much as I find Ant-Man and Wasp, I guess, to be just very average characters, I do think they are better together because they bring out a good dynamic. The Wasp in particular of you fucking idiot. I am tolerating you, you dum-dum, sort of thing. And I don't know, I like it.
I just think somehow the lack of a strong villain just...
you didn't think the Ghost?
No, there was not. Ghost was not a good enough villain, and that guy in the suit was not a good enough villain.
All right.
Okay. Okay, I said we're on 9, right?
9,
Iron
yeah.
Man.
You said Iron Man?
Yeah. We've already covered it, so. Number 10, Black Panther.
I also have Black Panther!
Yeah, you're a solid number 10. Yeah, wonderful world building, wonderful,
I absolutely love to me that seems it's almost like learning about an ancient culture, it feels so much what if white people hadn't sucked? What if we hadn't felt the need to colonize everything and crush all of the amazing things that the world might have had to offer, sort of thing? And I loved that. I loved an entire culture that was devoid of Western civilization touch. It was you guys can just fuck off. Did you just make an adjustment? You can't make an adjustment after the fact.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yep. Okay, number 11.
I had Civil War for number 11.
I had Thor Ragnarok down myself at number 11.
Civil War, like you said, all those things that I loved. I have an issue with monsters we've made from ourselves.
Yeah, that
Made
can
ourselves,
get a
but,
little
like,
tiresome.
well, it's not just tiresome, it just makes me sad. Like, because it's just like, ugh, this is human fallacy here. If only we'd done better, sort of thing. Most of the things, most things I liked about it, it just didn't speak to me, I guess, the same way some of the others did.
I see. Okay.
I think through here we diverge a lot.
Probably.
A lot.
It's number 12.
Number 12.
Iron Man 2.
Wow. Oh, that
I
hurts
do
me.
not see
It
what
hurts
everybody
me so
hates
bad.
in that movie.
You don't see what everyone hates. I'll tell you what everyone fucking hates in
No.
that movie. It's the fact that you took a character that had growth and an arc and matured and became a force for good and chose a different path, only to go
one different path.
through.
He was still doing that path.
He only to just completely devolve into a man-child.
No, he was still
A disappointing man-child.
You saw too much growth in the first Iron Man. You saw too much.
That speech when he's like, "There's only the mission. I saw the truth, and I saw there is no board meetings. There are no we have to fix the world that we broke, and I am responsible. My negligence is partly responsible for this, and I have to grow and." I cannot
You're misquoting
be.
him.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I am. But that's what the subtext that was there. He had a lot of growth.
You're just trying to put subtext in.
Whatever. I had Doctor Strange for 12.
Wow, really?
I love the introduction
It
of
was-
magic. And I love the humbling of this super privileged smarty pants character who had to go back and become like a new version and still wound up being a good and impressive
So
character.
it's the story of Iron Man with the actual subtext that you were looking for in Iron Man over here.
Guess so. But we haven't had a second one to undo all the progress
We're gonna
in
find out.
Doctor
Multiverse of
Strange
Madness.
yet. We didn't give it to a comedian and be like, here, make it funny and stupid and for the bros.
Number 13.
Number 13, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Wow, okay. I have The Incredible Hulk.
Wow, okay.
This, yep. It's a small underground delight with anticipation of, is this going to be connected? The shit you see Stark on the credits.
I think they should have just left it out. That said, I do love the guy they did for Thunderbolt, Ross, so...
Give us that. Yep. Abomination's coming back. Like, all right, finally. Answers.
I get to see it.
Megamind, or not Megamind.
MODOK.
No, not MODOK.
I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Yes.
which I actually ranked above Volume 1, which you have down for your number 1.
Oh, get.
Upon
I
rewatch...
want to vomit right now.
Okay, when I first watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I thought, same thing you feel about Ragnarok. It's just, they tried a little too hard with the jokes. It wasn't organic. Some of them just got kind of forced.
Oh, yeah.
I have rewatched both original flavor Guardians of the Galaxy and Volume 2, and the, father-son subtext
You didn't fall for the
story.
father-son story.
I did, and I do. I'm sorry. My ovaries are like, yay. I don't know.
Gross.
So, yeah, I have Volume 2. And then that was my 13. My 14 is Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1.
14 is another controversial film, Thor, The Dark World. Again, I don't see what everyone's problems with it is.
There's not problems. It's just so unmemorable.
No.
You're right.
Loki
in hindsight,
turn-
a lot of stuff happens in there that pays out
It's
later.
one of the most important movies in the
It is,
Marvel Universe.
but we
especially for this
didn't have
phase.
any of that context at the time.
You think Marvel, that was Loki turning evil. That's like his mom died, like, I'm fuck this world.
But he didn't turn evil.
That
In fact,
was a retcon. See, I think this is actually proof that they have no idea what they're doing over Marvel.
So, you can't find your butt right now. You're so wrong.
No.
No, you leave my Loki alone.
No. Go.
You stay away. I am
I'm not.
thirsty for Loki.
I'm saying he just would have been a bad guy if it wasn't for Ragnarok. Like Ragnarok and Takeshi Waititi, whatever
Yeah, I
his
mean,
name is.
he
He
would.
changed.
But through stuff that he did and
changed.
experiences he had in Dark World too, like with his mom dying and everything. You remember when they go in and
They went
he's
the other
just
way.
devastated?
They went the other way. Should have.
No.
Okay. Yeah. 15.
15. I have Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, I have Spider-Man Far From Home.
Neither one of the Spider-Mans really seemed to like drive the overall Marvel universe forward. They
No,
seem to
but,
be like street level
yes,
stuff
but
more.
the immersion is one of
Yes.
Okay. 16?
16, I have Ant-Man.
Okay, wow. I have Captain America First Avenger.
First Avenger, really?
Like,
Okay.
going back on rewatches, I love what they did with all the propaganda scenes. I liked his look. It's just a fun adventure movie. Fun romp.
I felt it was a little bland. I remember being underwhelmed, but it felt like a preview. It felt like a really long preview for Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but still, it was a romp. Number 17.
Oh, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah, Age of Ultron still up there, huh?
Yeah, ultimately I liked the world building in that too. I
Okay.
liked getting to see Clint's like life.
Yeah,
I liked
that was nice.
the fact that Natasha had a history with them and like got their like secret dark story. I liked the introduction of Wanda. It still had the right level of humor to story to me.
Okay.
The only place it suffered is they hadn't quite figured out the right balance for screen time for everyone.
Yeah, it was just jam-packed with stuff.
Constant stuff.
Really ruined the pace.
And again, a villain of our own making.
And the hammer scene. And first they're playing with an Vision later in the movie. Here you go.
I mean, it's
He's
great.
worthy.
And like when Captain America gives a little wiggle and Thor's face, like it had a lot of like them interacting with each other outside of battles, and I liked that.
Okay. Number 18.
18, I have Captain Marvel. Oh, what'd you have, 17?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, you have Captain Marvel?
Yeah?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, right?
I'm dead serious. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, perfectly serviceable.
Yeah, like
Enjoyable, built a character that I look forward to seeing more of.
it just wasn't flashy.
Wasn't flashy,
It tried to be, but
like it tried to play really hard on the nostalgia stuff,
Yeah,
which it did, and it
too
was
much of a
fine,
crutch. Like,
but,
oh, a computer, ha ha ha, 90s. Yeah.
but like it was good, and I like the character. I look forward to seeing more of her.
Yeah.
Which you have for 19?
Ant-Man the Wasp.
I had
like
Thor, original flavor.
Oh, okay.
For the most of Thor, Thor is a douche tool that I barely suffered through. All of that to me is offset by that one storming of the little camp tent thing for S.H.I.E.L.D. where he's going through the tubes and just like
That's right.
he doesn't have any of his powers and he just mows through these guys, like just puts them down like nothing. And then like Coulson, getting introduced to Coulson really again and having him like ask questions about where he served. He's like, you're obviously a soldier. I loved that. All of that offset all of the shit that I didn't
Now
like.
you're making me regret my placements. Okay. Yeah.
What'd you have for 19?
Ant-Man the Wasp.
Ant-Man the Wasp.
Which,
but-
again, like I liked a lot about it, but it felt weak.
Yeah, I
Felt
understand.
weak. Number 20.
Number 20.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I have First Avenger. Captain America, First Avenger. I like timepieces or time periods.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like the 50s, and I always like World War II right around the World War II, post-World War II era. So plenty of things I liked about it, just slightly unfulfilling, I guess. World War II is such a
I can
great
see
place
it.
to
I
have.
can
Like,
see
it's
it.
like they were still playing it safe and playing it for kids.
Yeah.
Because I kind of would have liked to have seen a more, not like really dark World
Yeah,
War
but
II,
it was
but
very
more
just
serious,
general
yeah.
audiences. Like, it was not. They were not going for the nerds or anything
Yeah,
quite yet.
Not yet. And
They
also,
were-
like, they're
Teasing them. They were fondling them.
I feel like World War II settings should be handled with like a lot of care and emphasis on the let's make sure this shit doesn't happen again. And that's not really what this movie did at all.
No. Sequel time. Can't have a sequel if it doesn't happen again. Okay. Yeah, Ant-Man. It just felt like it was a movie.
Yeah, it had some
I don't know,
fractured
people liked it. I liked it.
fractured storytelling. Edgar,
But
what's his name?
yeah, Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, left mid
So you could tell it was one of his stories, just not done with his style. And that became a miss. 21.
21, I have Thor Dark World.
Oh, okay. I have Iron Man 3.
People like to hate on Iron Man 3. I don't hate Iron Man 3 that much. I mean...
Have you named it on your list yet?
Huh?
You didn't put it on your list yet?
No, but I
hate it
don't...
that much.
People get aggressively angry about Iron Man 3, and I'm just like, no, I mean, it's a different tone. I don't care.
It's the same problem I have with Thor Ragnarok, is that it does the anti-cliche moments where it's like, oh, a nice little proud moment, and then gets hit by a van, or something stupid like that. We're like, oh, we need a humor to break the tension. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. So
let the ship build. It's
that
fine.
killed it for me. I loved the... Actually, I really enjoyed Ben Kingsley as the Mandalorian and being revealed as an actor. It was funny. I wasn't offended, but some people were. Yep, 22.
22, I have Incredible Hulk.
23.
Iron Man 3.
Oh.
I put Iron Man 3 above Iron Man 2. Many people disagree with me. Wow. I will die on this hill.
And we're just now getting to Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
We're almost done with this list. This is a harsh list.
Well, my last one is Iron Man 2, so...
No,
Quality really fell off after that first one.
No. I enjoyed Iron Man 2. I loved it, as we recall, because it's much higher on my list.
Yes. And I think I refrained from saying that you were wrong. That's not true. I think I said said you were wrong many times.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay.
What did you have Iron Man at?
Iron Man?
Yeah.
9.
9. And you had Iron Man 2 at what?
12.
Yeah. Oof.
And then Iron Man 3 is at 21.
Huh.
My 23 is Avengers Age of Ultron.
Ooh.
And it was cluttered.
I understand.
Weird pacing.
I understand the complaints, but what I liked about it, I ultimately liked more than I disliked about Iron Man 3, apparently.
And then...
What's your 24?
Thor. Which...
Original? Oh, yeah!
Yeah. I vaguely remember this, where it's I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it so long. I don't remember it being that captivating. And you're describing these scenes like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Like he fucking like beats up all the SHIELD guys, and Hawkeye's just fucking staring down. And like I remember like another. Like there was some good stuff in there, but for whatever reason, it's never a movie that I think about. Like I think about the Incredible Hulk more than I do Thor.
I don't understand.
Like no.
I don't know. Maybe like. I think the Incredible Hulk might be an issue of my feelings about the actor bleeding over into the role. I don't know, because I at the time that Edward Norton was the guy, I was like, yeah, I love this. This is great. And now that he's not, like I can't just like Don Cheadle him out of my head the way I can Terrence Howard, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a secondary character to a main character, but I mean, it's just you just like the not Mark Wahlberg,
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, thank you. Like holy shit,
Mark
the Mark
Wahlberg.
Ruffalo Hulk more, and you just like
Not particularly.
No.
I mean, it's all kind of the same to me. I guess over the years I've kind of taken a more negative approach to Edward Norton.
Okay, just him as in general.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't care about the whole like hard to work with things like that. I'm like whatever. Most of my coworkers probably said I was hard to work with at one point in time, and that's because they were lazy pieces of shit. So
They were, and they did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't that super popular as a manager at the theater.
Okay, what was your
Sammy's-
last one? Was Iron Man 3 or 2?
Yeah, Iron
Two.
Man 2. We've discussed it many times. I'm
pretty
sure I
sure.
mentioned it when you had it at 12th or whatever.
Yeah.
Why it just undoes all of the character growth for Tony, I think.
That's right, and like you're looking at too much growth. Too much growth. He just decided not to sell weapons, and just be a little bit more conscious
They
of
did
that.
Tony Stark dirty.
No.
All right, they did. They made him the bad guy too many times. When the entire fucking MCU is built on that man's
That's the
back.
burden of Tony Stark. He's the Batman. You just don't know it.
It did him dirty.
Okay.
I especially didn't like him doing the Ultron thing back to back with Civil War. That was just like rubbing salt into a wound already.
He's just making mistakes. Making mistakes.
Yeah, it's weird how he was the only one to ever make the mistakes, all of the mistakes, the big, giant, life-changing mistakes.
I mean, Captain America did break up the team after that. That's a mistake, right? He couldn't just sign the papers.
Interesting stance.
Well, that was our list, everybody. I hope you liked it. If there was anything controversial, please leave a comment. You won't believe where Iron Man 2 is. That's going to be the boom, marking it right there. All right. Yeah, all right. Like, subscribe.
Oh, that's still, yeah, that.
Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. And yell at us what you think the number one movie is in Marvel Universe.
I think it's all agreed that it's
Spoiler alert.
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
It's not S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually, it should be S.H.I.E.L.D. though, but it's not. But now it kind of is. Praise Loki.
All hail Loki, who has brought peace and chaos
Like,
to
subscribe.
the universe.
Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe.
Okay, you're done.